And we're back with Alpha Protocol. Sorry for the delay, folks, but we're back. This is Status Poison. I am Enemy Violent.
Here I am, it's Tungsten.
We're going to sell some stuff that we picked up from the previous 2 missions that we don't need, so that I can pick up an armor and a mod for that armor. Most of the time, if you're stealthing, you really only need to run around in your dress clothes. But if I buy this night operations armor, it's pretty quiet. And then we can also buy this digital camouflage, and that slightly reduces the enemy sight range. That's a useful thing. There's other things you can get that are useful for stealth. You can delay the time that cameras pick up on you, and there are some other things. So it can be useful to get some armor, even if you are just going to stealth your way through the game.
So we've been away for a while. Can you kind of refresh me on where we are in the story?
Well, we successfully bugged the airfield, and we were doing missions leading up to trying to get back these missiles from Al-Samad, the terrorists. We could do the next big story mission, the next big story mission that'll move things forward, but we will get XP and money and gear from doing Intercept the Nasri the arms dealer first. And
this is also going to fill in background story and kind of give us more intel on other characters, right?
Exactly. So we're going to do this. We're going to do all the side missions. It's fun. And I want to show off all the game. There's a lot of stuff you miss out on if you don't do these. Like this conversation option here.
Careful, Mike.
The way that we're going to do this is going to be we're going to choose aggressive stance, and that is the best one to choose. If you joke around with this guy, then you'll get into a firefight with all these guards.
I'm guessing there are a lot of cultural differences, and you're trying to just take the tough, direct approach.
Exactly. If you do that, you will get through just fine. If you pick the suave stance, then you'll get through, but then an alarm will go off. If you pick joking or draw your gun, then you will get into a firefight with these guys. It's pretty deadly, so you want to avoid that if you can, and you will get all the XP for same as if you killed them.
I should hope so. That's when you're branching modes in games and you want to create a non-violent route, you need to make it just as rewarding.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you do that gets you XP, like these lockpicking and hacking all the computers, and if you weren't taking the circuitous routes around these guards, you wouldn't find any of this stuff. This mission gave me a lot of headaches. There's some tricky stealth sections in here. You can get seen there. You can get seen jumping across that gap if a guard is right underneath you.
Is it the sound that's drawing them up, or do they have actual like upper cones of vision that don't just see the front of them?
They have vertical cones of vision.
That's rare. That's very rare in AI. Normally they just kind of see in a cone in front of them.
Yeah, it's tricky. Going above people won't always be a surefire way to get around them. If they're staring right at you, it doesn't matter if you're like up a little bit. This was really tricky. I went through this a bunch of times, just because there are so many guards in a tight-knit space looking at each other. Sometimes it's a bad idea to actually go and knock everybody out, because it's just an opportunity for you to get seen. And when guards are really close like this, even when you have a silenced pistol, they hear your silenced shot and they'll come investigate, and that's a problem.
I find normally when I'm playing a stealth game in a situation like this, I like to, as long as I know where everyone is, I'd rather not interfere. It's more fun to sneak through, but it's also less dangerous.
Yeah, it can be a mistake to think that you have to take everybody out. You really should just bypass guards sometimes.
I'll keep an eye out.
That's very similar to the approach I take in the more recent Metal Gear. It's more fun to to avoid detection and to take, I guess, the pure stealth approach.
Yeah. With Metal Gear, sometimes I get frustrated and start killing people, but that's usually after a while of successful stealth, and then I decide to shake things up a little bit.
It's either to shake things up, or if I hit a mission that's particularly difficult, sometimes it's good just to take a completely different approach.
Yeah. So, this guy is a big problem. I fast-forwarded this section times 5 because I had to wait for this guy. And he stares right at you for a long time and doesn't give you a chance to leave that spot of cover.
Well, then I'd say he's doing his job as a guard.
Yeah. Usually, what I'll do is I'll try to pace things out from the checkpoint so that I can go quickly through the path, and I know exactly where all the guards are going to be because it's the same every time. But occasionally you do have to just watch the guard patterns and find your opening. When you are deciding to use the gun, you do have to be aware that if a guard is nearby, he will hear it. Even though it's silent, it's not that silent.
Well, I should... Yeah, that's also truer to the... Like, silencers they're not really what they kind of appear to be in a lot of movies. So I prefer that this game take the kind of closer to life approach than to kind of give you that invincible, no one can hear it sort of...
It's kind of in between. It's not a movie silencer, but it's definitely not realistic either. If a guard is far enough away, they won't hear a silent shot. But it's not so silent that you can shoot a guard that's right next to another guard. So it's kind of in between. I kind of wandered around this area looking around for trying to find this stairway for a while, so I skipped some gameplay there.
You have to find that common ground between fun and realism as well.
Yeah.
Like, if everything was completely true to life, it would be practically impossible to do this, because the sort of character you're playing as here is a rare sort of person in reality.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of circle wipes of failure. You're going to see some more where I cut out my failed runs. This area is really tricky. It's wide open. There are guards staring at each other, and there's a lot of guards in this one place. So I found that I did have to use the gun here.
They've all got sight on each other, basically, right?
Yeah. If one guard sees another guard drop, then that'll be a problem. The other problem is if you don't get a crit headshot, then they'll shoot their gun before they fall down.
Oh.
Yeah.
And is that completely up to... Is that just an RNG opportunity?
It's semi-RNG. It's also based on aim and how red your crosshairs are before you hit fire.
So
the more red they are, the better the chance of you getting a crit.
And these are overlapping systems determining.
Yeah. So, yeah, it can screw up a run, but the way this game... The checkpoints are generous enough that you're meant to have to take multiple runs on these. Yeah. That guy up there on the scaffolding, he's a big problem because he'll see you trying to take out these other two guards if you're not careful.
It's a good setup, and it definitely construes a degree of tension as well.
Yeah, this area took me many tries.
Is that the yell of someone who's seen?
Definitely in one of these. It's not this one. No, he's just yelling as he goes to sleep.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. In one of these runs, I will, those arrows are like blue if they're not detecting you at all, and then they turn yellow if they know something is up but they don't know where you are. and then they turn red if they know exactly where you are. So I do yellow someone in the next section, but it's not in this section, no. And you gotta have your, with pistols, you gotta have your crosshair over the enemy in order to charge for a crit.
And that wavering reticule, I guess, is the spread, right?
Yeah. And the spread will decrease as you get ready to crit. Now, you saw he shot his gun there at me. He managed to retaliate before he fell, but because there were no other guards around, it didn't cause a problem.
That's a good pass of the area. It's just kind of right down to the wire there.
Yeah.
Found a way into the palace.
Good. Going to be hot in there. Careful, Mike.
And again, these sections are more difficult because I'm playing a rookie than they would be if I was able to pump a bunch of XP into my pistols.
That's the trade-off for getting that experience.
And I am playing on hard, too.
I like the in between, just to the right of the lockpicking interface. There's kind of just a diagram of all the pins, and I like the way that looks. It's like a little tree that shows them lighting up blue as you get them.
Yeah, I like the aesthetics of all the hacking and the digital stuff in this game. It has that cool Deus Exy vibe to it.
It's a good clean UI.
Again, you know, even this just like hallway where it's not super hard, but you've got two guards that are kind of looking at each other. If you pick the wrong time to act, you can screw this up. It's not trivial. Even just this hallway.
I can't recall from the last time, but will they yell out if they see you? Like, do they immediately?
Yeah, they will
immediately
call to each other, and any nearby guards will also go yellow. As long as you initiate a takedown on these guys, though, they won't be able to alert each other.
Nice collection. Wonder if any of it works.
See if there's something you can use.
Now, there is a fun thing that you can do in this area that I will not be doing. There's a cannon in this room, and if you're going hot, you can hack a thing and fire the cannon.
Oh, like an artillery?
Yeah, and you can kill a bunch of guards that way.
But
yeah,
I'm guessing that's a noisier approach to the situation.
very noisy, and it alerts the guards in the next area too.
So
you kind of get admonished by Westridge when you do it. He's like, "Geez,
What
so
the
much
hell
for the
are you
subtle
doing?"
approach." Yeah, but it is fun.
That's a risky route, going around the outside of the pillar like that.
Yeah, you gotta be aware of where everybody's looking.
He didn't see you there. That's hard to.
Yeah, I just was outside of his peripheral.
Which must be pretty poor in those masks.
Yeah, that's the problem with wearing baklava's like that.
Just like in the, I don't know, like all the time.
Yeah, your face has got to be sweaty as hell.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah, but you gotta look the part. I mean, if you're gonna be, guard for a weapons dealer who sells missiles to terrorists.
I don't know. I've never been for workplace uniforms.
It's so oppressive of your individuality.
We need more rights in the arms trade. More workers' rights.
We gotta unionize the guards. We really need henchman's comp.
Henchman's comp. I like that.
It makes me think of Venture Brothers.
Opposite the entrance.
Oh
Try to
yeah,
get
they've
to it
got a
without
whole
getting killed.
They do have that stratified unionization.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Oh,
This
yeah, I
is the
see
missile
that.
launcher that you can set off.
Oh, it's not an artillery. It's kind of like a battery.
Yeah. So I'm just looking around here for any more. There's a lot of ammo here that you can pick up. There's some bags with money in it and stuff. Yeah, there's some more ammo. You can only take a certain amount of ammo with you, but when you use it, you resupply it with the supply that's in your safe house. So if you pick up more ammo than you can carry, it all goes to the safe house, and then it fuels your next resupplies.
Okay, so you still keep it, but you just don't have access to it immediately.
Yeah. Because I've only shot my gun like 3 times, and generally I don't shoot my gun a lot during missions.
It's a shame you can't make use of that tank.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get in there, but at least you can set off the battery if you like. I really like this area. The weapon stockpile area is pretty cool.
I like the lighting and how it's an interior. They've got those kind of plastic sheets, and there's a lot of decrepitude everywhere. It kind of has this kind of dilapidated, dusty warehouse feeling, but mixing with that kind of Middle Eastern aesthetic.
This gave me so much trouble.
Yeah, I saw that wipe.
Yeah, there's 5 guys in here. It's a very small room. They're all looking at each other. They move around in tight proximity with each other. And you can't use your gun here. I made the mistake of trying to use my gun a bunch of times. They're just too close to you.
They can just hear it.
Yeah, it just alerts everyone. And they have a strong shade. Like, there was my evasion. That guy was looking at me, and the one mulligan that I got has already been used.
That's per level, right?
No, it's just that when you increase the skill level, the cooldown decreases so that you can use it more often.
Oh,
but
okay.
You still only get 1 per couple minutes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I found I really had to get this guy up here. That was one of my mistakes, is he kept seeing me. So I had to prioritize getting this guy up here, even though it's easy for other people to see you climbing the ladder. And then you really gotta watch, because this guy down here will see you coming down from a ladder.
Can you not kind of vault over the wall there?
No.
No, that's a shame.
You gotta come back down this ladder. There's no other jump spot. Now, this yellow... A guy has gone yellow, and he's running for me. And I just managed to get him with the silent takedown as he comes around the corner. Yeah. That leaves these 2. And finally...
So when you're moving to get up the ladder, is that kind of a bit of a gamble, or at that point did you have a very clear understanding of who was looking where?
I had a pretty good understanding of who was going where, but you have a very limited time window in which to
right here. He's got
go up
nowhere
that
to run.
ladder.
It should be quick. Give me a sec.
Who are you?
Omar Mohammed bin Nasri. By order of the United States government, I'm placing you under arrest.
Arrest? For what? No crime here. Nothing involving United States.
Some illegal weapons, that's all.
Sure, there's nothing wrong with that.
We'd rather you not sell them on the black market.
The missiles. You're too late. Already gone. Sold. You caused all this trouble for nothing.
Sold to who?
Caused all this trouble for nothing. Yeah.
I don't know.
Shutting down your operation isn't nothing.
Instead of my men, huh?
Mike, this is bad.
I guess this is for his
Yeah, he's
cause.
telling the truth.
What you do now, huh? Kill me? That not get your missiles back.
Mike, we need to know where those missiles went.
If we let him go, he could lead us to the people he sold the missiles to. Or they might come after him.
He
By
can
the way,
still hear you.
But if he
He's
can't
right
reach the
there.
buyers, then we've let a killer go, and more people will die. Remember that rocket attack in
Money,
Europe?
guns, yours, if you let me go.
No.
Money?
I'm
Guns?
taking you into custody.
Nah.
Doctor will be here to pick you up.
Let's arrest this guy, take him in,
But I mean,
waterboard him.
Look,
how
I
many
pay you.
guns? How much
Do
money?
not hear me. I say,
Westridge,
I say,
one
I
for
did.
It's not enough to really...
Can't risk the consequences of letting him go. We can find the missiles some other way.
Fair enough. Search the room. See what you can find.
And you will be able to progress to the next mission anyway.
You're just going for the pure altruism.
Yeah, I think that works for our character in this game. If we're gonna be the stealthy guy, then we might as well be the not kill everyone guy too.
He's been
and
wearing.
we are
You are
going for no orphans. So
You wear the beard long enough, and you start to be defined by it.
yeah. Anyway, next time we'll be taking on the big story mission for this leg of the game for the Middle East, for Saudi Arabia.
All right, we'll see you then.